Good morning. Welcome to Market Monday for August 5th, 2024. As widely expected, the Fed held rates steady at last week's meeting. And as a reminder, the next meeting is on September 18th, where there's a high likelihood of the first cut as of this cycle. As yet another reminder, context is everything when it comes to the cutting cycle. When it's more of a mid-course correction and adjustment, the market tends to do quite well. If there are cuts because of a recession, the market sniffs it out and tends to do poorly. When looking out about 5 weeks until the next meeting, at least as of now, it appears this cut would be a mid-course correction. Fingers crossed. Also last week, news broke of some heightened activity in the Middle East, where Hezbollah and Israel traded rocket attacks, claiming human life in the process. While we leave the geopolitical analysis to others, and sympathize with those who are more affected by these events than us, it does highlight a risk we have to have in the back of our minds, the risk of global war. And in fact, not just global war, but also other major geopolitical events, recessions, etc. Have a look. Here's the Dow Jones Industrial Average since 1900. To be fair, the market was a lot different back then, so start wherever you'd like. The point is, folks, there will likely always be some scary event either happening now or on the horizon. This is the nature of the world that we're living in. Apparently always has been, and likely always will be. Again, this is why we're so focused on the time horizon and investing horizon. We want to make sure your shorter term needs are not invested along with the longer term growth, to allow these assets time to absorb bad news and continue growing into the future. Last week, Matt was talking about what typically happens when the incumbent president decides not to run for a second term as president. Here's another look. Since 1900, 5 other presidents have decided not to run again. It's worth noting 4 out of the 5 of those years, the stock market did quite well, up 16.5% on average. This dark blue line here. But it's only happened twice since 1950, and most recently in 1968. With so few instances, we'd caution putting too much weight on this story. As July just wrapped, what can we expect looking ahead? Well, if history is any guide, further gains could be ahead. Here are the number of times the S&P 500 stock market has peaked each month. Only once, or 2% of the time. And today we'll leave you with gold medal, huh? In 1908, Olympic gold medals were, you guessed it, 100% gold. In 2024, they're just 1% gold. According to the National Mining Association, the price per ounce of gold in 1908 was just $18.95, whereas today it's a whopping $2,479. Have a great week.